Okay.
Okay, I just thought I'd show you how to open these bins along here. They're not very useful, these bins. You might find it useful, but really Avita has overtaken them and put all their stuff in it. So this is the bin on this side, the passenger side. It's got all the electronics on it, and I just want to show you how to do it. Of course, they've got locks on them again. Remember I showed you all our keys and everything like that. I'll let you figure out which one it is. I've serviced them as I told you and I promised you. Something they don't have to do when you take it to Australian motorhomes. But simply to open it, you press on the lock mechanism and it springs out. Press on the lock, this is when it's unlocked. And then Avita have thought of a nice little handy spring to just keep it up out of the way. While we're in here, I just want to point out a few things. That's where all your fuses are. That's your battery chargers. So when you're connected, which we are at the moment, with 240 volts to the house, it is charging the batteries. And that'll be the same when you get to your mechanism, your camping ground. As you can see, that's where the spare GPO is, where you can get to a little extension lead there. We carried a little white one to plug in your electric barbecue or whatever you want on this little table. And if we move over here, that's the solar MPPT. It's a 30 amp charger. It's on green light, which means the status is fine. That's a Victron. It's really military grade stuff. That pay a little bit extra, and it comes with a few features you may or may not want to use, but that's the one you download the app from Victron Energy. It's a monitoring app, and you can monitor that. It'll give you graphs and everything and all the status of your solar panels if you wanted to do it. Or you can open this up and check that you've got a green light. You can always check inside too to see that your batteries are okay. But you need to check these things are going from time to time, and you're getting a green status. And when you've got a couple of minutes to spare at camp, just wander around making sure you got no red lights anywhere or anything like that. It's just part of a complex, vehicle operating. But as you can see, there's not much room in it, and you could store a little, I don't know what you can put in there, but you wouldn't want it to be able to, it'd have to be insulated and everything like that, because you can't have, there are a few exposed wires in there. But anyway, they are a bin. You need to get to know how to get in, so just in reverse like that, close it up and put the levers along, and that one, and there's one on the other side exactly the same as this, same keys on the other side. They've been serviced as well. I've even put some lube on these for you, the hinges, not that it needed it, but anyway, it's done. And yeah, that's full of batteries on that side. So again, not much use to you, but you need to know how to unlock them, and that's it. While I'm on his side and right here, I want to show you how to get this off. There is a tool to get it off online, and you can ask Barry Moore is the name of the guy, and he makes them. It is a bit of a thing. I've actually put some lubricant in there for you to make it a little bit easier. But these things, they come off, and if I had more time, I'd do something to make it easier. But you can sit them somewhere, put them in the bin, out of the way. So, but you need that if you're going to run gas in your hot water system. The system won't light if that's on, and you'll find that on nearly every caravan in Australia. And if you hear of anybody can't light their gas or whatever, the heater in the room or whatever the story may be, it's the hot water system. That will not work with that on it. That's the flue, and that's what happens. This caravan's got actually an alarm for CO2 and that sort of thing, which is compulsory. And you'll see it, you will find, and I'll leave you to find where it is, but it's a green light, and your safety is, looked after there with any gas leaks or anything like that. So, as well as the fire. and that, which you've got to change the batteries on and everything like that. So, but you simply won't get your hot water to light with that on. The stove is fine. They want you to, there is a beautiful little blower for the stove, and that's pretty standard and everything like that, that you know how to do it. But while we're on the subject of gas, we'll just take a walk around here. So this is where the LP gas, which is fairly, there's two 4.5 litre things, and they're both switched off for travel at the moment. And these have got improved connections. They've got a little O-rings and things like that. I'm a bit funny about these. I usually put a little bit of grease on them when I'm changing them out. You can get, which is a tap lubricant from Bunnings. It's just a little bit of lubricant just to put it in to make sure it's okay. And I don't get any leaks whatsoever. In the old Lura, I had to fix them up and change them over to this type of thing. But with the Birdsville, it's come out with these modern ones, and they don't leak at all. You don't waste gas. But that's how you do it, and you just unstrap that to get it and top it up. Don't have a swap over. Keep the same gas bottles. And while you're there, that one there, that's just grey water. You're not supposed to travel with that open. If that's open, a cop will pull you over. And power is on here. We saw that yesterday, that's okay. And you know about these bins and the locks, I told you about everything there. So there's nothing to show you there. Again, inside this bin, there's no spring on that because that's under the thing. If you had a spring on that and if you got this, the slide out will rip it off. So 2 batteries, away you go. That's it. Thank you.